Hey guys, Kaiden from Alternative Art. I'm Alternative Art's uncle, making, I think it's our first video response to a question. I know it's not usually my day to record because I normally record on Fridays, but the person who would be recording hasn't made an introduction yet, and probably doesn't have a camera with them, so I'm answering on behalf of this question. And I think Alternative Aunt Holly will be making a video response on her opinion on the question and what she thinks you should do. But we received this question on our Ask FM. If you were unaware that we had an Ask FM, I'm going to leave a link in the description, along with our other networks that you can reach us on if you need help with anything or you would like to just see what we do. But the question we received on Ask FM was anonymous. The person has emailed since to say that they'd sent this anonymous question, and I'm assuming they wish to remain anonymous, so that's fine. Ask FM is an anonymous site. You can make an account if you really want, but it's mainly anonymous if you don't wish to be known for the question you ask. I apologise for the noise. My family is currently in the back garden, which is just outside this window here, so you can probably hear them all chatting, and there's a fan in my room because it's really warm. We currently have a mini heat wave in England and it's killing us all. But yeah, the question we received was how to deal with parasitic friends. I'm not going to lie, I didn't know what that meant at first because I've never heard the term parasitic friends. I looked it up, and it turns out it is just a way, like, friends that use you, the fake friends sort of thing, in short. And this person asked how to get rid of them, and it isn't just this person who asked them. If this question, if this video helps anybody else who is going through the same problem as this person, I hope this helps. This is my opinion on what I think you should do. How to deal with parasitic friends, fake friends. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, I apologise, but yeah, how to deal with them. They're just fake friends at the end of the day, and they use you for whatever, money. It can be anything. They can be using you for money or sex or whatever. I don't know what your current situation is with one of these friends, but they use you for their well-being and don't consider or take your emotions into account. So they're not worth having friends. And how to get rid of them was the question. And I'd say it's hard to get rid of friends. In high school I didn't have any friends. I had two friends that I could call friends before I met up with Holly and Stacey outside of school, actually, when I started college. But you need to say to this person or people, if it's more than one person, you need to say, look, this isn't right, it's upsetting me and it's using me and it isn't right. You either sit them down and tell them that you stop what they're doing, but from what I heard, these people don't change, and they're not going to. And if you continue to let them use you for whatever it be, or make you feel bad and not think about your feelings, then they're not worth it. You don't need that in your life. You have so much more. There are so many more people out there who deserve your friendship. You need to break friends with this person by sitting them down and saying, look, what you're doing is affecting me greatly, and you either stop if you wish to stay friends with these people or person. So you either stop doing what you're doing because it's unfair, it's hurting my feelings, or we're not friends anymore, or you completely drop contact with them if you know they're not going to change, which 50 out of 50% chance that they're not going to change for you. If they are selfish enough to have used you for as long as they have, they're going to be selfish enough to continue and lie to you and manipulate you into thinking that they'll change. There's people out there, the people out there that are like that don't deserve your friendship. They don't deserve friends if they continue to use you for their own good. I mean, I've seen it recently, inside of college, in my little friend group in my media class, where people will use you for your equipment, and if you don't give it them, they'll say that they're not your friend, and it's pathetic, and they're pathetic, and you need to stop letting them do this to you, and you need to sit them and speak to them, or you drop contact with them, you get rid of their number, their email, their Facebook, their Skype. In my opinion, if there is someone out there, I this is what I do. I'd completely stop speaking to them, end of. And it's sometimes the better option to go through that painful thing of not speaking to them for it to take to them to notice. Excuse me. But yeah, you need to either sit them and speak to them, or you tell them that you're not friends with them anymore. You need to not be friends with this person or people, or I don't know how many people are doing it. You need to stop. It's not fair, and it's bringing you down, and life is too short for you to be brought down by some person who feels the need to use you. Life is way too short for that, and you don't deserve that burden when there's so much more out there. I don't know if you're still in school or you're in college or even working and this happens. It happens regardless. There is people out there who are selfish, and they're never going to change because they were selfish, and that's what selfish is never changing, and you need to not be friends with them. And you need to tell them clearly why you don't want to be friends with them, or you don't speak to them anymore, because I doubt they're going to change just for you if they're already selfish enough to hurt you and bring you down and use you the way they already have. And that's it. You can't stay friends with people who are selfish and nasty. It's not worth it. There are people, like I said, there's people out there who deserve your friendship, who deserve your kindness, because I'm sure you're a kind person or whatever. I'm sure all of you are, and you deserve better. I promise you deserve better, and you stop being friends with this parasitic friend, this fake friend, because they're just going to be selfish. Regardless of what you say and do, they're going to remain selfish and nasty, and you don't need that in your life. Your life is worth so much more than just this nasty person being nasty. And my advice is to, if you want to stay friends with them, even if they've given you reason not to and you still feel that you wish to stay friends with them, you sit them down and you have a heart to heart and you tell them that this isn't right, the way they're treating you. It's making you feel like shit. Excuse my French, but it is, and I'm sure it is. So you either sit with them and tell them if you wish to stay friends, or you completely drop contact with them. But this isn't how to get rid of. So I'd say sit them down and tell them you don't wish to be friends anymore. I'd say delete them off Facebook, Tumblr, MySpace, Twitter. I don't know what social networks that you're connected to or whatever. I'd say get rid of them completely and sit them down and tell them why you don't wish to stay friends with them. And even if they try to manipulate you, then it's not worth it. Like, don't let them. Just don't. And I promise you'll be okay. It'll hurt and it'll suck that you're breaking friends. Breaking friends sucks, especially if you don't have lots of friends. But it's worth breaking off from this parasite and finding other people out there. Even if you're shy, I'm sure there is a way you can make friends, because that's it. So I say sit them down and tell them you no longer want to be friends, or delete them off all of your social networks and delete their mobile number, their email address, the Skype, the whatever, their MSN, I don't know what. I'd say just calmly go about it. Don't go about it all upset and emotional, because then they will use that against you, because that's the kind of person they are, or people they are. I'd say do it with a strong mind, and I'd say jack them in. Just get rid of them. You don't need that in your life. And you can do it. You're strong enough to do it. And if you need any help afterwards, then just leave a message or a comment or an anonymous ask. Personal links to personal alternative aunts is in the process of being made. I currently haven't made them yet, but I am in the process of making one. I do apologise. And I'm sorry this video response took long to come up. There's different time zones. So, yeah. I hope this helped. I will leave our Ask FM in the description. I will leave our Twitter, our Facebook. And you're going to be okay. It gets better, I promise. Nothing about you.